Look at this, it's the supernova. Vanilla and blueberry. And there's little stars floating on the coconut foam. Oh yeah. You know, I was put on the spot last night about a space fact. There's so many. I'm gonna give you one now.
Space Facts! Space Facts! By Jax! By Jax! By Jax! Episode 1! Episode 1! Episode 1! Episode 1!
So that means this will be Space Fact number 1. 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 Still enjoying this supernova ice latte with the stars and the coconut cold foam. So I was put on the spot the other night to talk about space facts, and there's so many. So I couldn't pick one at the time. But now I've got one. Here we go. One of the space facts I like to think about, or is it a concept? Either way, is the light year, the distance light travels in 1 year. Not a time, it's a distance. 9.46 times 10 to the 12th kilometers, 9.5 trillion kilometers in 1 year. And if we could bend light around the equator of the Earth, 7.5 times in 1 second. Fastest thing we know. And in 1 year, 9.5 trillion kilometers. Super fast. And yet light takes 8.3 minutes to get to us from the sun, so that's called 8.3 light minutes. So if the sun were to change or explode right now, we wouldn't know for 8.3 minutes when the light finally gets to us. So we're seeing the sun as it was 8 minutes ago. The moon is 2 seconds ago. The next closest star after the sun, Proxima Centauri, 4.3 light years. That means the light left there 4.3 years ago. So we're seeing that star as it was 4.3 years ago, not as it is today. So that means the farther away we look, the farther back in time we're looking. So if we look at something that's 1,000 light years away, we're seeing it as it was 1,000 years ago. And then if we look really far away, 10 billion light years, we're seeing that galaxy as it was 10 billion years ago. And ultimately, if we can keep looking farther and farther and we can see 13.8 billion light years away, in theory, we would see the beginning of the universe. So we're looking really far off, and we're seeing galaxies 10, 12 billion light years away, and they clearly don't look like that anymore because the light has taken 10, 12 billion years to get here. So they've changed drastically. We're seeing them as they were when they were very young. We use light years because in astronomy, in space, distances are huge. It's just like we wouldn't measure something that's miles away in inches, we use miles. And if something gets to be 3.26 light years away, that's called a parsec. The reason why it's 3.26 relates to the parallax angle. We can get into that later. And then if it's even farther, we could talk about 1,000 parsecs, a kiloparsec. Even farther, we could talk about 1,000,000 parsecs, a megaparsec, and then thousands of megaparsecs, millions of megaparsecs, etc. Space is huge. That's pretty cool. And this has been Space Fact number 1. Space Fact number 1. Space Fact number 1. Space Fact.
Space Facts!
Space Fact number 1.
By Jeff! Episode 1! Space Facts! Space Facts! By Jax! By Jax! By Jax! Episode 1! Episode 1! Episode 1! Episode 1! Episode 1! Episode 1! Episode 1!
Snackintyre Studios animation. Eat more Snackintyres.